Hello, my name is Viviana, and this is my second mission report, distance, and I did choose Pluto. So, looking into Pluto, I did find that so many fun facts and a lot of information, which I would like to, also compare to Earth along with the distance. Um, well, Pluto was discovered in Flagstaff, Arizona by Clyde Tombaugh on February 18th, 1930. So, it's about to be 89 years since Pluto's discovery. And it was discovered using photographic plates combined with blink microscope. So, one of the fun facts I did find about Pluto is the moons that it has. It has about five moons. Over here, you can see it has four of the moons that it has, but its best friend is Heron. And now, Heron is quite special because not only does it not orbit with, I mean, it doesn't orbit Pluto, but it orbits with Pluto. These four other moons also orbit Heron along with Pluto. So that's quite special for it, as you know, only have one moon, and you can see the great distance that we have between the Earth and the moon, and how close Pluto and Heron really are. So, until Heron's discovery, scientists weren't really sure about the real size and mass of Pluto, but today's most accurate measurements by the New Horizons spacecraft in 2015 let us figure out what it really was. And as you can see here, here's Earth, what we all know and love. Here's our moon that we see every night. Here's Pluto, and here's Heron. Now, what we discovered is that Pluto is about 1,400 miles across in diameter, which is about half the width of the United States and 70% of the moon's diameter. Now, talking about mass, Pluto's mass would be 0.2% the mass of the Earth and 18% mass of the moon. So that's quite crazy. You can see the difference here. We can fit about 170 Plutos into Earth. Another big difference that you can see would be obviously the way it looks. Um, we're all very familiar with Earth, but what you can see here is that Pluto actually has a thin atmosphere of nitrogen, methane, and carbon monoxide, and it does have a blue tint and distant layers of the horizon. Now, on Pluto, they have discovered some exotic ices, and the surface is one of the coldest places in the solar system. So the degrees ranges from like negative 378 to negative 396, so it's ridiculously cold. Now, how far is the Earth and Pluto? What we found out is it would be about 4.67 billion miles, which is 7.5 billion kilometers. Really crazy, but how did we find that out? Right here, as we're familiar with, is an example of parallax. Now, what they would do is, having this baseline of the orbit around the sun, we would observe at one point right here. And then in 6 months later, when it's on the complete opposite side of the orbit, they would observe again. And that's how they would kind of figure out the distance. Luckily, now astronomers have technology to measure the distance more directly. And when we have a spacecraft go to another planet, we know the time it takes a radio signal to travel between Earth and the spacecraft. There's other options. I mean, they can send a powerful radar signal towards the planet and time how long it would take for the echo to return. Knowing the speed of light makes it so easy to calculate the distance accurately now. But now, technology is crazy. Before they didn't have that. And right here, I did include some pictures of the New Horizon that reached Pluto in 2015. I thought that was interesting. And here are the references, the lovely sites that helped me put together this slide.